Hey everyone, today is June 11th and I'm going to be checking out the 131st birthday of the incorporation of the city of Windsor, and there's going to be a whole bunch of events going on. It's a little after 11, so I missed the walk that was from North Assumption Park, where there was a parade as well. It's called the Mayor's Walk, and then the mayor shows up in front of the Art Gallery of Windsor and gives a speech. So we missed that part as well, but there's still a lot of people ahead of us here celebrating, and the celebrations will go on till 2. Plus there's several other things to see here. It's free admission to the Chimczuk Museum and the Art Gallery of Windsor. As well, there's a Poutine Festival in downtown, and Windsor International Film Festival has a free outdoor showings of a bunch of movies in front of City Hall. So let's check out this event here. So ahead of us is the Windsor Aquatic Center with the indoor water park. Here's a bunch of people celebrating multiculturalism. And Tim Hortons offers free coffee, as well as there's free hot dogs here and a bunch of different other showings. It's also supposed to be a bunch of showings of like vehicles, like the Grand Prix Indy Racer. And here's the free cupcakes, if anyone wants them. So there's going to be a lot of performances on stage, as well as the Poutine Festival will have a lot of performances. Yeah, not a big lineup for hot dogs. It's the Art Gallery of Windsor. Another view of the Aquatic Center. High rises. Also, across the river, you can sort of see behind the trees there a new 25-story residential high-rise where the Kobo Arena used to be, right there. They call that the Louis. It's supposed to be 500 residential units from what I heard. We got a nice view of the Detroit skyline. So, let's have a closer look here. AM 800 has a drawing for a $150 gas card.
Alex, how you doing?
So, tourist booth. Is that a reflector for a bike?
Yeah, click it and it's a blinking light.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Or people too.
So Windsor Express has a booth here. Windsor Public Library.
These are fragrances in oil. We call it ethers that we use. This is to burn in the house to get the fragrance. These are very, very much in the holy This is kufis, like head hats from different ethnic groups, like, from the Ottoman time to Africa.
Yeah, some interesting artifacts. Reminds me of when I was down in Istanbul.
Yeah, they're over there.
Parks and trails. Wonder what they're offering on the Wheel of Fortune there.
Yeah, so one behind the other. Yes, that's correct. Single file. Yeah.
And today's event partners include City of Windsor Community Services, Museum Windsor's Chimczuk Museum, Art Windsor Essex, Adventure Bay Family Waterpark, Optimus Club Riverside, Canadian Motorcycle Cruisers Windsor 017, The Ruddy Factory, Big Daddy's Barbecue, and Tourism Windsor Essex Pool Island. Again, let's put a round of applause together for our event
Wonder what a
partners.
sustainability kit is. They're like seeds.
So when we join one another for an event like this, it's important to recognize the significance of the lands on which we gather and to share this moment.
So what are you offering in that bag there? Seeds or
So these are sustainability kits.
Okay.
They have a metal straw and a toothbrush in them.
a what?
Metal straw and a bamboo toothbrush.
Okay,
Yeah, and on the back there are QR codes. You can scan them and
Yes.
let us know how we're doing as a city. in
Sounds
terms of
good.
environment. Yeah,
okay, cool.
very easy. We also have jumping frogs if you want some of those. Or you can make one on your own. Goes like that.
Oh, pretty cool.
Thank you. Do you want one?
Yeah, sure, why not? That's pretty cool. Look at that.
I didn't make these.
So, we got a presentation on the band. Shell.
These are words that come before all others. When two or more people meet, we send our greetings and thanksgiving and our love. We introduce ourselves to our spirit name. Mine is Poutine Festival.
Let's see what we got over here.
So I'd like to send greetings, thanksgiving, and love to all that are here. Our hearts and minds together as one. Good heart, good mind. And open your heart and mind.
Inspiring youth with robotics and STEAM. Cool.
It should be okay. It shouldn't pop.
Hi, how's it going? Good. So what can you tell me about your booth here?
Sure. So we are from a high school robotics team.
Okay.
Our team is at Sandwich Secondary School, but we are a robotics team through the organization called
Yeah.
First Robotics.
Yeah.
It's a global organization. It brings robotics and STEM to youth of all ages. And so
Cool.
if you have a kid, we're out in the community just promoting the program. But if you have a kid or would like to get involved, there are so many different programs that you can get involved in, and they can
Okay.
build robots of all sizes,
Yep.
made of Lego or made of real parts over there,
Right.
as part of this big competition. So it's a really great program and gets
Yeah.
kids involved in STEM and gets them learning these key skills like presentations and things
Yes.
like that at a very young age.
Okay. So what is the cost to enroll?
Well, a lot of the programs are actually free. There is
Okay.
a registration cost for the team, but
Yeah.
most teams cover it through sponsors or fundraisers.
Okay.
And so for the kids, it's pretty much free besides like travel to competitions.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's a really cool program.
Nice. And how many hours a week do you have to devote to that?
It's
if
up to
they're
the
involved?
team. So for
Yeah.
our team, when it gets to build season, as
Yeah.
it's called, our robotics team meets like every day each week for at least a few hours.
Okay.
But depending on the team and how often, how much work they're able to get done.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are these competitions held locally or are
Yeah,
they
so
out of town?
Each
No?
team goes
Yeah.
to 2 events that are somewhat local for
Yeah.
like their district events.
Okay.
For our team at least, we go to like Windsor and Waterloo.
Okay.
And then if you qualify enough, then you get to go to provincials, which
Yeah.
for us was in Hamilton this year.
Okay.
And then if you qualify from there, you get to go to Worlds. which
Okay.
Actually, it was in Houston this past year. So it's a worldwide, global organization. And
Right.
There's thousands of teams all over the world. So it's really cool.
So who won the provincials in Hamilton?
Who won at provincials? Ooh, let's see if I remember. There are hundreds of teams in
Okay.
Ontario, so I'm not entirely sure. Unfortunately, we didn't, but we
All right.
actually qualified for Worlds. We were in Houston a couple weeks ago.
Okay, cool.
Really cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, you can help yourself to stickers or candy, and if you have kids or would like to get involved yourself as a mentor or as a volunteer, you can
Okay,
take one of these packets and contact our mentor there.
sure. Okay, maybe I'll.
Yeah, no problem.
That looks like a cool sticker. I'll take that one. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Both robots need repairs, and you know that's just the way I like it. Instead of your robots cost 1,408 robots. How did you power this one? Yeah, it's on. I can't see them post.
Fire truck, Grand Prix Indy car. Okay, let's see what's inside. Hello. Good.
Good. So today is a free day for the Chimczuk Museum and
Sure.
Art Windsor Essex.
Okay.
So feel free to explore our main gallery here
All right.
and our temporary exhibits. And the elevators are right down here to
Okay.
the second, third floor for the Art Windsor Essex.
Will there be a tour guide tour today or no?
We do have an art cart tour, but he's down at the Great Flag.
Okay.
Those are always free.
Okay.
I'm not sure with the art gallery though.
Okay, great. I'll check out the Chimczuk Museum first. Thanks. So we have a Ukrainian artist here. So it looks like Joseph Chimczuk, who funded this museum, was also an artist. Let's see. I don't see a signature on this artwork. I don't know if he painted it. Seems he also does proverbs and folk songs. Okay. So, what's over here? So, we got a nice boat display model for selfies. Right? So here's like a alphabet with the first letter representing something Windsor's known for. Like A for Ambassador Bridge, B for border cities, C for Cannonball, I'm not sure why. Maybe the War of 1812, the Detroit River. E for Essex and Kent Regiment. Interesting. So Norton Palmer Hotel, which was demolished a long time ago. Yeah, I can see that rum running. Windsor was pretty well known for that with Chicago, Detroit, and the Windsor Triangle there. Wyandotte Street. Okay. So here's a summary of different cities. Some in Poland, one in Italy. Okay. So there's display on original people's culture and legacy. Some artwork. Here you have a dress. And let's see here. A jingle dress. For the healing dance, which was originally an Ojibwe tradition. Okay. So that's a connection to Ojibwe Nature Park right there. So this is the art gallery. So we'll stay in the museum, in the Chimczuk Museum for now. Windsor Cycling City. Guest curator Christopher Waters. So there's one of those old bikes without the gears on it. Must have been really hard to ride that up a hill. So we got something to do with racing here. Tour de Via Italia. So I do know we have some kind of racing event with Little Italy in Windsor. Oh, those are one of the high-wheel bikes. 1867, pretty cool. Fleet bicycle accessories. So I wonder if that's a Windsor fabricator. Let's see here. What do we have? Now, there's several different shops and a collection here. Doesn't seem like Fleet was a Windsor fabricator, but it could be. Just don't see it written anywhere here. Have some more vintage bikes, Schwinn's. So we have some biking pamphlets and tools that are vintage. A CCM bike from 1967. That's probably the time when the bikes didn't fall apart so easily like they do now that they're made in China. It's a nice vintage bike, and it says made in Windsor. So Evans and Dodge bicycle was made right here in Windsor, Ontario, in the Canadian Typographic Company building. They're manufactured. So it was at the foot of Olette Avenue. I remember those tricycles growing up. It's pretty cool. So a CCM motorbike, 1940. Okay, so it's just designed to resemble a motorbike. It's not actually a motorbike, according to that sign. CCM Flight, okay. So the flight was manufactured in Western Ontario from 36 to 1940. So we have here, this is the lintel above the entrance door to the Riverside Brewery. Now the building that housed this was demolished, but there is still the original warehouse. It's up by Sandpoint Beach, or no, Lakeview Marina. Somewhere in between there and Sandpoint Beach is the original warehouse, the Riverside Brewery. But now I think it's just used to hold gravel. So, got this bar. Comes from A-Bars, Island View Hotel, which stood at the foot of Lozon Road along Riverside Drive East. And it was a watering hole since the 19th century. Pretty cool. We got here, some artifacts that are covered up. So this talks about the Caldwin First Nation settling a 220-year-old land claim in 2010. And if you're ever in Windsor, Essex County, that's the cheapest place to buy gas. It's usually about 10 to 20 cents cheaper than anywhere else around there. And it's open to anybody. They have it right, the gas station right along a public road, except that there's a huge lineup to get in. Like I went there once, it was like a half an hour lineup to get gas that was 20 cents cheaper a liter. So here it says it's a two-nation vacation, memories of the International Freedom Festival, with the flashing LED lights. Here you have a display of the Freedom Festival. And here's a plaque commemorating the tugboat races on the Detroit River. So the race would begin under the Ambassador Bridge and finish near Dieppe Park. So what do we have here? Oh, like a vintage Ronald McDonald poster. And some other artifacts from the International Freedom Festival. So here we have a Children's Day event in downtown Windsor with someone dressed up as Ronald McDonald. And here's a picture of a display at the Freedom Festival called Voyageur Village. And it included reenactments. So I wonder if that had some collaboration with the Maidstone Museum, because they do a lot of reenactments from the War of 1812. Nice vintage cars. Model cars down there. I wonder, is that the Renaissance Festival in downtown? Not sure. The plaque here doesn't mention what's on that display on the screen. Okay. the really nice high ceilings. It promotes the tranquility of the area, I guess. So you have some World War II rifles here. Actually, a World War II. So that's an MG34 from World War II. And ahead of it is a Canadian Ross rifle. And let me see here. So that's like a Mark III Ross rifle from World War I. And after World War I, well, partway through World War I, Canada stopped using this Ross rifle because there was an issue with the bolt on it, and a lot of soldiers were very frightened that it was unsafe, and they didn't want to shoot it. So you have a number of World War II medals here. No, this row is World War II. So you actually have an air crew here, which is pretty cool. That's a very prized medal. I've seen those go up at auction for like $800, those air crews. You have a nice collection, 2 World War I medals, and then I think that's from the Boer War with Queen Victoria there. Let me see. So the medals were awarded to Avarista Perry of Windsor. So air crew was awarded to Joseph Alphonse Normand Perry, a pilot officer in the Royal Canadian Air Force, whose plane was shot down in Germany on March 22nd, 1944. Well, this is pretty cool because it has a whole bunch of medals from one family. That's awesome. The medals mean so much more when you have provenance, showing the history of who was awarded the medal, and even better if you have a whole family that was awarded different medals. So you have a hat here from the 21st Essex Fusiliers. And they call this helmet the Noisemaker and Helmet, owned by Harry J. Lasseline, who acted as regional director of the Civil Defense in Windsor during World War II. So this was a gas mask, and it even says it was worn by Edward Rudell, a leading torpedo operator in Blaymore during World War II. Yeah, that's cool. So this talks about the Scottish Essex Kent division that was in World War II, and the 21st Regiment Essex Fusiliers in World War I. Okay, it's an interesting thing to look at if you're ever down here. Catch up with Heinz. So we got a nice display on Chrysler. Now this is pretty cool. So it looks like it's a breakdown. What is it? Or what the area of the city of Windsor looked like in different time periods. So 1833, let's see here. So this McGregor Cowan House, built in 1806 to 1809. So there were 2 buildings that survived in Sandwich after the War of 1812. It was the McCown-Gregor House and the Duff Bobby House. This here. Everything else was burned to the ground when the Americans left. Yep. So Duck Bobby House built in 1798. So let's get out of. Okay, we gotta do close. Okay, this is not working. Let's see here. So next, 1878. Click. There we go. So originally in Windsor you had key farms. So you see these long strips going all the way back. They go back a couple kilometers all the way to Cumpsey Road. And then 1878 they started cutting them up and making residential subdivisions here. It's pretty neat. I wonder if we had that many steamliners going through at the same time. That's a lot of traffic. Oh, let's touch some of these here. It's a Dominion Bank building. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It tells you what was previously on the site. So 1 Riverside Drive, which is the Chrysler building, housed. Okay, was it the Dominion? No, it was the Norwich block. So this is what was at the Chrysler building. International Hotel. Let me see. It doesn't say what street it was on. Okay, so this was before the Dominion Bank. So it was originally International Hotel. That was demolished in 1908 to make way for the Dominion building. That opened in 1909. And then that was demolished in 1999 to build the Chrysler building in 2002. So what do we got here? Old St. Mary's Academy, built in 1865 and demolished in 1929 to make way for the Windsor-Detroit Tunnel. I heard of that. And then they made a new academy in South Windsor, which they don't write here. And that was demolished 2 years later. But it was like an enormous building. So that's the Windsor Tunnel right there. Let's see. Ah, the original City Hall. That's pretty cool. So the original City Hall barracks. Then it was completed in 1873 as a central school and then became City Hall in 1904. And then this City Hall was built in 1956, and behind it, they demolished that, and recently behind it they built a new City Hall, which is a really nice glass building. And I believe there's a hotel here. No, this is the Great Western Railway yards looking west. So the whole waterfront had railway yards, and then they took out the railway lines and developed the waterfront. So you can walk on it as parks and bike paths, and they also have Festival Plaza there. So they did a nice job redeveloping the waterfront in this city. Now let's see what we got here. Francois Bobby House. Yeah, I did a video on the Francois Bobby House. And what do we have here? Jackson Park, yes. It's a racetrack in 1913. And was in existence till 1928. So, in 1916 it was divided into two to make way for the railway pass, and it's just the park right now. Oh, pretty neat display here. 12. Okay, we got that. Yeah, and this is the Bobby House. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Full display. So, copper sill. Oh yeah, I love this. So this was from the British North American Hotel. Really cool. We have jerseys from the Windsor Spitfires. So we have a blunderbuss from 1800 to 1830. So we have a portrait of Hiram Walker over there. So here we have a presentation on Underground Railroad. And it's going downstairs, so. Oh. So, almost seemed like it was going downstairs, but it was just a short exit. So here's a what is that? A tower rifle? Ashmore musket. That's what it is. It was left by the retreating Patriots following the Battle of Windsor in 1838. Nice. So who is this? A mini portrait of John Prince, circa 1815 to 1820. So these are surveyor chains and stakes, according to this plaque. What do we have over here? Leather fire bucket, Sandwich Police badge from 1858, Essex Constabulary badge, Colt pistol used by a chief constable from 1928 to 1935, pistol from the police chief in 1920, the old police call box. I don't know if you can see through that reflection in the glass. Let me move this up a bit. No. So this is the tower musket here. So it's a tower musket adopted by the British in 1797. That service medal is issued for the capture of Detroit. That's really cool. Got 2 cannonballs. So this with the hole in it is called the hollow shot, and it was found on the east side of the Francois Bobby House in 1948. It says it was likely left by the British who had a gun battery on the baby property in 1812. So here is the Detroit River, and that map is from, see if they got a year here. So it says a map Key War of 1812. So that's supposed to be what it looked like in 1812. Okay. So you have a chalkboard with two flags above it. Relax. So, what rodent is this pelled from? The muskrat. What aquatic animal is this pelled from? An otter. Which predator is this pelled from? A fox. A wolf. Oops. Okay. What large animal is this pelled from? A deer. Which animal is this pelled from? A beaver. Yep. So a French wheel-lock musket from 1550 to 1650. That's really cool. And there were silver trade adornments that were traded with the natives. So who is this fine gent? Thomas McKee. So this oil canvas portrait is from 1790s. And he was part Shawnee. And he was official of the Department of Indian Affairs and negotiated surrender of lands from the First Nations people to the British Crown. Okay. So beaded Glengarry bonnet, sold to native peoples. Silver gorget. And I thought gorgets was a German thing. Cultural economics. There's some arrowheads. We got a clay pipe, a stone pipe bowl, clay pipe bowl, stone pendant, another gorget, but doesn't have the date on it. Aqua plano, no style point. Some more gorgets. Interesting. Nice high ceilings again. So I faintly see a model of the Rensen below that overhang. So here's display on the Lake Sturgeon, the glaciers, and how Windsor was terraformed thousands of years ago.
important bit
Okay.
first. Okay, first I'd like to introduce Victor Wolanski. He's been a resident of Windsor since 1952. He attended Polish school for 7 years, and he was a Holy Trinity parishioner for 70 years. He's on the Colonial Center Board of Directors and has been a member since 2007. He's also on the Holy Trinity Church Advisory Council, and he's been a member since 2008. He's now a member of the Advisory Council of the Rose City Central Catholic Family of Parishes since 2021. I invite you to help me welcome Victor Wolanski.
Thank you, Madeline. I'm here today to describe the legacy of Nicholas Copernicus. This exhibition is very detailed and informative with history, geography, science, life, and mankind's evolution all depicted. While extensive, I'll call your attention to the bottom of panel 9, an excerpt which so well describes in summary Copernicus, Poland's gift to the world. It says, Poland, receiving the communion in the year 966, became a part of Christian Europe. Our small nation and its people, in spite of many wars and annexations, preserved its own identity with culture, science, learning, and played a significant role on world events. From it came famous citizens of the world such as St. John Paul II, Maria Sklodowska, known as Madame Curie, Frederick Chopin, and the main hero of this anniversary display, Nicholas Copernicus. The greatest legacy which Copernicus left to posterity was his creative thought on the revolutionary treatise which he presented in symbol form, the diagram of the planets revolving in revolutions around the sun as the center, heliocentric theory, sun center. But for Polish people, he has much greater significance. With his work, he enriched the collective heritage of its people's soul. For Poland, it is a symbol of her participation in and contribution to development of the world's culture, giving us a deep feeling of national pride. Imagine the world back in the days of the 1400s, the Earth being perceived as flat. The theory of the planet's rotation was a revelation based on a man watching a point of light fall on balls, projecting the theory onto the moon, making a study of dots of light in the sky relative to one another and thinking, what if? Nicholas Copernicus was very well educated. His main interests were in philosophy, law, mathematics, geometry, medicine. He was an economist, a mathematician, theologist, and astronomer. Think of how Nicholas Copernicus must have felt. His theories and discoveries that the rotation of the Earth and planets is around the sun and not the Earth as the center. That is the nature of a legacy. To what if an answer to find a logical fit that explains and hit the mark on the truth, the way the Earth
kind of
and
camera
the
is
sun
DJI Osmo Pocket 2.
It's because of his documentation and calculations did the theory actually take shape. There then became the need for the constant study of the sky to experiment, calculate, devise validations.
Okay, so that was an interesting presentation there. We're not going to stay till the end. I don't have that much memory tape here. Let's see here. No public access.
His theory defined Ptolemy, Aristotle, and the teachings of the Catholic Church, of which he studied and he was a cleric. Yet he professed the truth. He resisted publication for threat of ridicule, but through the help of a protege.
Looks like we have a bunch of pictures here on the old Ford foundry that cast the engine blocks for Ford engines. So here's a list of different exhibitions this month. So this is the art gallery. Here's a studio. Nice views of the Detroit River. So here's a corporation suite that looks like you can rent out. Oh, down by the river I can see a Corvette show. Beautiful views. Yeah, this is probably the best place to be in during the International Fireworks Day. Just watching the fireworks go up with this view, it's pretty cool. You can see a children's playground down there. And Riverside Drive closed off for today's event. There's a DoubleTree and 4 Points Sheridan. If you're ever down in Windsor, those are two good hotels to rent from, if not Caesars, because you get this beautiful Detroit River view. Over way down there is the Ambassador Bridge. Really cool terrace here. Is that open? Yes. Cool. And here's a special stage for the birthday. Good turnout. It's supposed to rain at around 2 p.m., so hopefully we can get it all done before it starts to rain. Ebenezer Borelli from 1888. Cool. Cornelius Krieghoff from 1872. I don't think they have any Van Goghs here, but this is still pretty cool stuff. So this is the flowing force of immersive experience. Dive into the world of Canadian art. I like the very tranquil music in the background. Oh, you can scan it and interact. Let's see if it works. Where's my camera? Alright, let's see what happens. Read the QR code. No. Yeah, it might just be my internet connectivity. I don't get it here, so I can't read that QR code. Yeah, usually it's all automatic from here, but okay. This one looks cool. It almost looks 3D, this one here. Very interesting photographs. So it looks like a lot of these artists are First Nation artists. This painting's really interesting. I like that. So on display is his palette. So these are palettes used by different artists. So this one's Tom Thompson. This one's used by Arthur Lamer or Lismer. Arthur Lismer. Paint box used by Lauren Harris.
It's actually kind of like we manage people. So.
That's a nice one. Very interesting.
It's almost like, okay, if you were to see like a ray coming down, like sitting from directly down on it, that's what it's like. So it's like the sun's coming from this side and going on. Yeah, like that. Almost like a ray.
It's a very nice museum of contemporary art. My thoughts are that I really like this art collection, and these artists are very talented, and if you're ever down in Windsor, you should come down and check out the Art Gallery. It's part of the foundry here. Nope. There we go.
We have a special treat today, folks. Kevin Spence is visiting Windsor at the invitation of literary artsman. Kevin is a Detroit poetry nominee from Vancouver, where, among many other affiliations, he teaches creative writing at Vancouver Community College. He's the author of Ignite, Jabbering with Big Mom, Hearts Unlocked, a memoir in verse, and over a dozen chapter books.
Starting to rain.
In addition to many nominations and accolades, his book won the Lush Triumphant Award.
Thank you so much.
I gotta admit, Kevin, when I said that we're gonna do some poetry, I did not expect that. Another round of applause, please, for Kevin. Okay, up next on stage, you may have seen the very well-dressed people on the wings of this stage. It's my pleasure to introduce these next performers. Established in '93, the Aquatic Serbian Folklore Ensemble performs traditional song and dance. They've traveled throughout Ontario, Quebec, Michigan, Ohio, as far away as New York, California, Hawaii, and even Australia. The group aims to provide an opportunity for Serbian youth of Windsor to express their folklore and musical talents to the fullest, and you're making me look bad dressed like this. To promote and share Serbian heritage, it looks so good, for all to experience and enjoy. Please join me in welcoming the Aquatic Serbian Folklore Ensemble.
you for your attention. They're just going to get a quick drink of water, and I'm going to do an introduction about explaining about the dances we just did and the one we're about to do. We are, like the nice introduction that we had, we are a member of the Serbian community in Windsor, and we are so grateful to share a small part of the Serbian folk culture with you. Music, song, and dance are always present at Serbian events with circle dances called kolo. The first kolo that you just saw was from central Serbia near the Morava River. The choreography was a simple representation of the various areas of the region. Light steps, hops, and smooth transitions are the proud characteristics of these dances, ending with a quick Chimczuk. Our second kolo is from southeastern Serbia and the surrounding area in the city, near the city of Vranje. This dance has an intro of girls singing about a grandmother and her granddaughter, Maria. This lively dance you're about to see has some intricate steps and transitions, which is typical of this area. It's definitely high intensity, and the boys and girls are in a friendly competition, but also giving them an opportunity to flirt and capture the eye of their future husband or wife. We welcome everyone to the upcoming Carousel of Nations, where we will be performing at both Serbian villages, Saturday, June 17th at St. Dimitria Serbian Village on Seminole Street, and Saturday, June 24th at the Serbian Center for the Gačanica Serbian Village. Thank you for the invitation to perform for Windsor's 131st birthday. We are proud of our city, proud to represent the Serbian community. As we say in the Serbian language, Srećan rođendan I živeli.
So ahead of us you have some mini golf that anyone can try. So let's head over to the Corvette show. So that back there was the birthday celebrations, and there's a bunch of other events going on that we should check out that are happening at the same time, such as the Corvette show and the Poutine Fest. So we'll go and check that out. So here we go down a windy paved pathway. And ahead of us is a playground for children that's open usually during any day of the week. And from a distance it sounds like there's a festival at Hart Plaza in Detroit. Not exactly sure what's going on with that, what event that is. Pretty cool. Nice. Cool stingray. Cool, that's a new supercar. that was a pretty cool Corvette show, even though I'm a Ford Mustang guy. So here you have Windsor's beautiful waterfront. Detroit skyline and some of the high rises here in downtown Windsor. So we're going to head over to the Poutine Festival. Should be interesting to see. Ahead of us is a boat that offers tours up and down the Detroit River. So if you're ever down here, you can check it out. There's probably more information just on Google. But as we pass by, maybe there's something on that sign there to give you a better idea of what it costs and what the hours are. So it says there, sunset dinner cruises, June 16th, 23rd, and 30th. Book online. So, but those are just dinner cruises. I'm pretty sure these boats run all day during the week, or at least the weekends. So it's called the Mikasa Bay. Just Google them, Windsor, Ontario, or you can try this. It says Windsor Premier Cruises. It's a big idea. June 10th, June 11th. 2 hours sightseeing from 3:30 to 5:30. Time right now is just 1:30, so it's not going to happen for another 2 hours. So ahead of us is the Lagoyo Towers, built in the 60s. Raymond Dismaris building. Next to it, it's a geared income. And then behind it you have Caesars, and that's the Augustus Tower, which is the tallest tower in Windsor. I believe it's 364 feet tall, 28 stories. And then they have a second hotel tower to the left. So overall, I think it's like 760 hotel rooms between both of the hotel towers. And a huge gaming facility with world-class entertainment in the Coliseum, which is also in between those two hotel towers of Caesars. So this street ahead of us is Goyo, and running parallel along the river is Riverside Drive. Can you imagine these all used to be railway lines down here? Not very inviting for visitors and tourists, but the way they've redone it now, it's very inviting for tourists. You know, I like to think it's Ontario's best kept secret, Windsor, Ontario. There's a lot of people, until they come here, and they don't even realize that you have this beautiful riverfront and a lot of interesting activities in this city to see. And there's also some interesting things to see in Detroit as well, like downtown area, completely redeveloped, beautiful city. And they have 3 casinos in downtown as well. Downtown Detroit. Windsor only has 1 casino. We used to have a second one not too far from downtown. It was called Windsor Racetrack, and they had slots there. And I don't know what happened, but the previous government decided to shut it down. I guess Caesars Windsor didn't like the competition. But you also have like bingo parlors in downtown. I guess that's some other similar kind of gambling entertainment. It's not a bad turnout for a Sunday, being June, especially when it's predicted to rain this afternoon. Actually, if time serves me correctly, it should start raining around 2. From the charts, it was like a 60% chance, but I did feel a few drops an hour earlier. If you have a bike, this is a good place to take your bike, go along the bike trails. They also offer scooter rentals. They're electric scooters, and you pay by your credit card. I believe there's an app to do that. Not sure how it all works because I don't have that app, and I've never used one of these rental scooter companies. This one, it says on it, Bird. So Bird scooters. They have good selection there. You got like 7 scooters here. So you just put your credit card on the app and you're all set to go. So this is the Poutine Festival. Now I thought I read online they had a band there, so looks like it's a much younger band. As you get closer to the summer, that's when you see a lot more people show up to this. It's like some events in July and August. I mean, it's packed here. There's a lot of people in this place. They also have like midway rides for a few weeks on the Riverfront, the Ferris wheel, and a bunch of other cool stuff. So we got one vendor booth there. Caesars. And their Riverfront. I wonder why there's all these gates here. Is it, licensed area?
All right, Kieran. I told you I'd do it. He's gonna shred some more. Windsor, give him a round of applause. You guys liking this? Yeah, you are. Kieran, you want to shred?
So let's get a closer look, see what the prices are like here. Okay. Bacon cheeseburger, 15. Ultimate poutine, 15. Seems like a whole bunch of poutine choices, but they're like 15.04. Boy, have the prices gone up these days.
That's gonna be Sally missed this one.
Okay. So this one's advertising 2 poutines for $20 and fries for $6. 2 half-size poutines, $24. And we got a Jamaican patty poutine for $18. Here again, we got different selection of poutine for $15.04. Got a lobster poutine for $20. $17 for poutine here. Get yourself a corn dog for $7.
What's up, Windsor?
Or a $5 hot dog. The band shell.
All right, he's gonna do one more, and then he's gonna take a little
the Red
break.
Center.
He's ready to give you one more, and then take a break. Windsor, you ready to shred it? You
Red
back
Center
up
there
on this one?
represents 5 of the 8
I didn't know how to
skyscrapers
sing
in
some of
downtown
this one. We're in
Detroit.
trouble, folks. I'm
So
not
a
a good singer, but
skyscraper
this guy playing guitar, I'm good
is a
at sound
building that's
for it.
over 496 feet. So the center tower and the 4 surrounding towers, those are all over 496 feet. Then you have that Gothic looking building, which is the Comerica Tower. That's a skyscraper. The Penobscot behind it. Let's see. And there's another one. I don't know if I can see it from here. Okay. So the name of it eludes me, and then Dan Gilbert's building a 9th skyscraper in downtown Detroit. So we have our trusted seagull here, ready to fly off to the clouds. So we can start heading back. So I guess the reason poutines cost so much is because they use a high-graded cheese. That's the assumption. I have to do some more research on it. I wonder what's happening there in downtown Detroit. Type it into my cell phone here, see if it works. Hart Plaza, downtown Detroit, June 11th event. Okay. Why isn't it telling me anything here? Google, what's happening at Hart Plaza, Detroit today? Okay. Oh, I see. It says here Motor City Pride event, June 11th. Yeah, I'm feeling the drops. So, looks like the rain's coming earlier. Luckily, I brought an umbrella. Yeah, compared to Toronto or other cities along the waterfront, the rents aren't too bad here. So they also have a silent auction here.
Thank you.
It's a really nice sound. have a peace memorial. So it's starting to rain, and this concludes our trip to Windsor, Ontario's Riverfront. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.